A shocking crime you won't believe, and the truth is even darker than you think. Stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing stories. Let's dive in. Imagine this. It's a quiet Tuesday morning. You're sipping your coffee, scrolling through your emails, when suddenly a message catches your eye. It's from someone you trust, your boss, your lawyer, maybe even your spouse. The subject line reads, *urgent. Wire transfer required immediately. You open it, read the instructions, and without a second thought, you act. But what if that email wasn't what it seemed? What if, with just a few keystrokes, you were about to set off a chain reaction that would drain $500,000 in your account and vanish into the digital abyss? This is the story of how a single email became the gateway to one of the most sophisticated wire fraud schemes in recent history. A story of deception, desperation, and a shocking twist that no one saw coming. Welcome to Wire Fraud Disaster. How hackers stole $500,000 from a single email. Our story begins in the bustling offices of a mid-sized tech company in Austin, Texas. It's 9:15 a.m., and the finance team is already hard at work. Among them is Sarah Mitchell, a 34-year-old accounts payable manager. Sarah is meticulous, reliable, and trusted implicitly by her colleagues. But today, something feels off. Sarah opens her inbox and sees an email from her CEO, Mark Thompson. The subject line reads, *confidential. Urgent wire transfer required. The email is brief but authoritative. It instructs Sarah to initiate a wire transfer of $500,000 to a vendor in Hong Kong. The reason? A time-sensitive acquisition that needs to be completed by the end of the day. Sarah hesitates. This isn't the usual protocol, but the email looks legitimate. The sender's address matches Mark's. The tone is professional, and the request is marked high priority. What Sarah doesn't know is that this email is a carefully crafted forgery. The sender isn't Mark Thompson. It's a hacker, a shadowy figure halfway across the world, armed with nothing but a laptop and a deep understanding of human psychology. By 10 a.m., the money is gone. It's 3 p.m. when Mark Thompson walks into Sarah's office. He's just returned from a client meeting and wants to check on the status of the wire transfer. What wire transfer? Sarah asks, her stomach sinking. Mark's face goes pale. The one I emailed you about this morning. The $500,000 for the Hong Kong vendor. Sarah's heart races. Mark, I never got that email. In that moment, the room feels like it's spinning. Sarah pulls up her inbox and shows Mark the email she received. It's addressed from him, but he swears he never sent it. Panic sets in. They call the bank, but it's too late. The money has already been transferred, and the account it was sent has been emptied. What follows is a frantic scramble to piece together what happened. The IT team is called in. The police are notified. And as the investigation begins, one thing becomes clear. This wasn't just a random attack. It was a meticulously planned operation. But who was behind it? And how did they pull it off? The first clue comes from the email itself. On the surface, it looks legitimate. But upon closer inspection, the IT team notices something strange. The sender's address isn't mark.thompson@company.com. It's mark.thompson@company.com. One extra Y. That's all it took to fool Sarah. The hackers had used a technique called domain spoofing, creating a fake email address that closely resembles a real one. They'd also studied Mark's writing style, replicating his tone and phrasing to make the email seem authentic. But how did they know who to target? And how did they gain access to Sarah's inbox? The investigation leads to a shocking discovery. Sarah's email had been compromised weeks earlier. The hackers had used a phishing scam to steal her login credentials, then lurked in her inbox, studying her communications and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. But the trail doesn't end there. The $500,000 had been sent to a bank in Hong Kong, but by the time authorities contacted the bank, the money had already been transferred again, this time to a series of offshore accounts in the Cayman Islands. The hackers were covering their tracks, moving the money through a labyrinth of accounts to make it nearly impossible to trace. Just when it seems like the case has gone cold, a breakthrough comes from an unlikely source, a cybersecurity firm hired by the company. Using advanced forensic tools, the firm uncovers a digital fingerprint left behind by the hackers, a tiny piece of code embedded in the phishing email. The code leads them to a server in Eastern Europe, where they find a treasure trove of data, emails, bank account details, and evidence of similar scams targeting companies around the world. But the most shocking revelation is yet to come. The hackers weren't working alone. They were part of a sophisticated cybercrime syndicate, with members spread across multiple countries. And their target wasn't just Sarah's company. It was a global operation with millions of dollars at stake. But here's the twist. The syndicate had an insider. Someone within Sarah's company had provided the hackers with crucial information, names, email addresses, even details about upcoming transactions. Who was the insider, and why did they betray their colleagues? The investigation takes a dramatic turn when the insider is finally identified. Jason Carter, a 28-year-old IT specialist who had been with the company for just over a year. Jason had been struggling with debt and saw an opportunity to make quick money. He'd been approached by the syndicate through an online forum and offered $50,000 in exchange for insider information. But Jason's greed came at a cost. He was arrested, charged with multiple counts of fraud, and sentenced to 10 years in prison. As for the $500,000, it was never recovered. This story serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers lurking in our inboxes. A single email, a moment of carelessness, and $500,000 can vanish into thin air. But it's also a story of resilience. Sarah's company has since implemented stricter security protocols, including multi-factor authentication and employee training programs to prevent future attacks. As for the hackers, they're still out there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for their next victim. Stay vigilant. And remember, not everything is as it seems. Thank you for listening to Wire Fraud Disaster, how hackers stole $500,000 from a single email. If you found this story compelling, please like, share, and subscribe for more true crime documentaries. Until next time, stay safe, and always double-check your emails. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more crazy crime stories, make sure to hit that like button. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. What crime shocked you the most? Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. More insane stories are coming your way. Follow us for more on your social media handles, if any. And check out our next video here. Stay curious, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.